you just abandon any precaution. You know, folks, something could happen here, and if it does, so what?
Hey friends, welcome to Nathan for Us, a Nathan for You fan podcast. My name is Kelly.
And hi, I'm Megan.
And today we are joined by a very special guest to chat all about the penultimate episode of Nathan for You, Computer Repair / Psychic. He's a stand-up comedian, director, and producer who's worked with some of the biggest names in comedy, including James Acaster and Fern Brady. His latest special, Stuart Laws, Is That Guy Still Going?, showcases his sharp wit and stylish vest, and you can also catch him every week on his hilarious podcast, Weak Minded with Damon Bomra. And for our Canadian listeners, he is heading to Just for Laughs in Montreal this week. And I know, to be honest, most of our listeners are in America. He's also coming to New York City on September 16th. So you can check all of that out. Please welcome to the podcast the incredibly talented Stuart Laws. Stuart, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. What an interesting situation to find myself in on a podcast about Nathan for You with some wonderful Canadians, because I saw on Reddit Colin's video saying that he was going to join you and I was like, I need to know more about Colin. I need to know more about him.
That was also us. And I've also never been so happy to have posted something on Reddit. This really worked out for me.
Where else would you rather be than hanging out with two Canadians to talk about Nathan Fielder? Like living the dream, really.
It's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you notice Colin has an incredible mustache in that video that he didn't have on the show?
Yeah. And as someone who, especially in lockdown, would shave in a mustache, would let it all grow, shave it down to the mustache, and then for a few days be wandering around being like, this is great. And then the instant I had to actually go out in public, be like, well, that's gone. Straight away, get rid of it. I'm so proud of Colin, excited for Colin that he's taken that step and it's paid off.
The overwhelming comments we got on that video, because we posted it to get questions submitted for when we interviewed him, the overwhelming comment was, damn, does that man look incredible with a mustache? And I made sure he got that feedback. So I think he's still rocking it.
Yes, good.
I feel like if you're a pilot, you need a mustache too. Like, yeah. I know we've talked all about pilots and what makes us trust them, but like mustache is also up there, I think, for me. Like facial hair, we need it.
Yes, and that is what, one of the guiding principles that allowed Sully to complete the Miracle on the Hudson.
Famously. Yeah. Too bad. This is why Nathan should have had a mustache when he did his Miracle over the Mojave, but alas, he did not. Stuart, tell us a little bit about your history with Nathan Fielder and all of his TV shows.
Right. So when did Nathan for You start? What year?
I believe 2014.
2014. Yeah. So I can remember watching it on a VPN. It was on Comedy. Was it on Comedy Central or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember I used to watch like The Daily Show and shows like that through a VPN on the Comedy Central website before VPNs were as trendy as they are right now. And I remember feeling incredibly like cool and tech to be doing that and being like, and because I've always sort of been obsessed with North American culture. This show coming out, I was like, what the hell is this? And I think what it was no, what? Oh no, I know what I had seen the goat viral video, the goat saving the pig, or the pig saving the goat.
You saw it live in the world?
In the world. And then I remember getting to that episode and being like, oh my God. And I think even Dumb Starbucks had seen the episode as well, and just being like, just feeling so excited that there was a show being made like this that was like so committed to the bit, basically. As someone who is committed to the bit so extensively that I am 40 and still doing comedy, despite everyone constantly in the industry telling me to stop and to quit and to get out of the game. Constantly, every day, new email from my agent. Have you thought about quitting yet? Seeing something like this, I was like, oh wow, this is great. This is so good. And I remember just sort of obsessively telling various people, especially people like it had happened before with Arrested Development, was my previous one, where I'd sort of found
yes.
it on British TV late night on Sundays. It was being played on BBC Two, and obsessively telling friends and getting the DVDs and being like, you got to watch it, and then converting a huge amount of people to it. I was trying to do the same with Nathan For You, but it was so much more difficult for some reason. There's something about the concept that makes people go like, no, I don't want that. And it definitely makes people uneasy as well. Definitely a lot of people are like, I can't watch it because I find it too cringeworthy. I can't deal with whether it's how much of it's real, how much of these people are being taken advantage of, or things like that, which I think are all valid complaints with all of his oeuvre, if I can be so European. But oeuvre is fine because that's in the European sort of vein of Canada and the area that you're from, right?
Oh yeah,
You're allowed French words.
We're big French word people. We're big Franglish people.
Franglish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to when you're in Montreal, you might experience this. People will frequently be speaking like in French and then kind of switch to English and then immediately back to French, but like mid-sentence. It's incredible stuff. Beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, I cannot wait to bust out the 17 words I know.
Yeah, you should try tabernacle. That's a popular one in Quebec. It's mildly offensive, but only I think if you're around old people, so don't worry.
Sure, and I refuse to be around old people. It's sort of a policy of mine.
The only French phrase I think I have nailed is like, puis j'allais aller aux toilettes s'il vous plaît. So it's asking if I can go to the bathroom from when I had to take French in elementary school. And then not a single other thought went through my head for the next 8 years, and I cannot speak a word of French. In Toronto, it's not like that. You can just speak English.
Whenever I go to France, there's always like a good few years gap, and I don't work on my French in the in-between because I studied it at school till the age of 16 or whatever. I have the confidence that because of the onwards march of time, you get better at things if you keep doing it. I'm like, I'll be better this time, forgetting the fact that I haven't done any work on it since the last time I was there. So I will undoubtedly be worse and more words would have left. But I go with the confidence of like, I'm going to be basically fluent. And within seconds, I'm like, où est la bibliothèque dans le fromage, s'il vous plaît?
Fromage is a key word. That's really the only one you need.
Yeah, and I don't like cheese, so I have to ask it without, which is... I don't even know
pas de fromage. Pas de fromage.
Okay, Kelly will help.
Yeah. Which means I can't have poutine when I come.
Oh.
I would thoroughly encourage like anyone who's interested in French culture. There's an insane children's TV show that in Canada we watched a lot, kind of, when the teacher would like roll in the big TV with the VHS player, called Télé Français, and it stars a talking pineapple with like
La nana
with like very sexy legs.
Oh, now you've got my interest.
So maybe we'll have to do a podcast about unpacking that statement that I just made. But
Canadian children are all really into pineapples and none of us knew why.
Well, that's the aspirational body type, right?
Yeah.
That is being forced on women around the world.
The sexiest legs and the plumpest of booties.
Listen.
And the most luxurious locks.
Yeah.
Look that fruit up and tell me that his legs aren't sexy, okay? Like, I dare you. I'm just speaking truths here.
I just like the idea of looking at someone across a bar and just going, la na na.
Honestly, in Canada, you would get some traction.
It's really a good show. Let's rewind. Let's go down to LA and let's talk about Cyber Guy here, because that's where we opened for the Nathan For You episode. LA-based computer shop, and we see on the sign that they specialize in a few different things. They do computer repair, high-end PC builds, website design, as well as jewelry photography. So really like a one-stop shop.
I love to get my computer fixed while my jewelry is being photographed.
Yeah, I want to know when that became, because did it start like that where it was like, well, these are the things I can do, so I might as well just do them all in the same shop? Or did it start with computer repair? Then he was like, oh, I could build PCs as well. You know what? While I've got the PC here, I might as well bash out a couple of websites. And what's this? Jewelry?
Yeah, was it demand driven? Like everyone was walking in being like, well, I need a PC build, but also I've got this ring I need photographed. And he was like, oh, I guess this is a business now.
Yeah, it's like in the UK where you go to a cobbler's to get your shoes fixed, but they also sell trophies and you can get a key cut. It's like all
It's
of
a
those
general
things.
store.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. But so Herman, he saw his niche and he decided to open Cyber Guy, which by the looks of it is still open from my small amount of research that I did here. So congratulations to him. But he talks about the fact that earning customers' trust is a big struggle because they always have, personal things on their computers, and we don't want that going into the wrong person's hands. And then we get this segment from Nathan explaining that he has a frequent reoccurring medical issue where he sometimes needs to take photos to show to his doctor. And if his computer was broken, he would be worried about someone, finding those private photos when he goes to take it in to be repaired. What do we think of Nathan's photography? Does anyone else have this issue? Like personally, I've never had a problem that I needed to show a photo of this nature to a doctor, but I have had a baby, so I have been in interesting positions around doctors for sure, I will say.
Oh, and in that, you never then had to take a selfie while sat on the toilet to be like, what do you think of this?
I haven't, I will say. So you learn a lot of weird things when you're having a baby, and there are some people who apparently want to take selfies while giving birth. So
Sorry,
one of our friends had a baby.
One of our friends did this?
No, they didn't do it. Let me explain.
What?
One of our
Let me
friends
finish.
was having a baby, and while they were giving birth, the doctor asked the partner, hey, if you want to snap some pics while you're down there taking a peek, you can.
I'd be like, that's not up to you to decide. I'm like, there's someone else you might need to ask.
Wow.
That sounds horrifying.
I didn't personally do this again, but apparently this happens.
I want to see it like a ride photo at a theme park.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you can get it printed on a tote bag or on a key ring. There's a little group of you there, or you're posing with the hospital map being like, oh, where am I? Sort of thing.
Or the baby's coming out on a water slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, in your house, your parents have those photos on the wall. They're like, that's you.
It's the earliest photo of you.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You're crowning.
Yeah, there are people that have photos of themselves as they emerged into the world.
I don't think so.
I think this happened.
I did date someone in high school whose mom was an artist and would do a lot of nude paintings that she kept all over the house. And some of them were of herself. And it was just a very weird place to be. I completely forgot about that until this moment. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that sort of body confidence that is just sort of it's just casually about ready for, and just being like, well, what do you think? And you're
Never
like,
met
what,
her.
that graphic representation of your labia. Yes, it's evocative. It really.
But I guess that's all to say we haven't sent any explicit photos to our doctors
yet. There's still time.
Yeah, no, I haven't either. I've had a vasectomy, but they didn't require me to send evidence of my scrotum beforehand.
Did you take any selfies during the vasectomy?
I did actually just after the procedure, because I was trying to work out whether I was going to do something film related or documentary related with it, or in my head, I'm like, this is a thing, and it might be something that I will, and I've talked about it on stage quite a bit, and it might be something that is interesting, someone who hasn't had kids, who's chosen to have a vasectomy. So you're supposed to, after the procedure, after 10 minutes, I think, you sit down, you then go to the bathroom and check that the wound, they'd put like a bandage over it. You take that off, and as long as the blood on the bandage isn't larger than a 50p piece, which is, I guess, just a bit bigger than a quarter, then you're okay, basically. But if it's larger than that, then you need to go back in and they need to check because you're bleeding too much.
I was going to say, that feels really scary to send a person to do on their own. Like, I feel like they could check that.
Yeah, especially because they've just been down there sort of knocking about, just sort of, smacking it around and whatever they would. I can't remember how it was done, but I think they smacked it around, crushed it.
Pulverized.
These are all medical terms, 100% medical terms.
And then they're like, now you need to go alone into a room and inspect this wound by yourself and just let us know how it went.
Yeah. And also, I paid £500 for it because I went private, because the waiting list on the NHS was about 9 months, and I was like, no, I gotta stop these sperm getting out straight away.
So much can happen in 9 months.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
You're like, that's exactly too long.
Yeah. But yeah, I would have thought for £500 they'd at least have someone whose job was to come in and just be like, oh yeah, that's fine, cool, rather than me being like, coming out and being like, it was the size of a 20p piece, is that okay? And they're like, okay.
It seems like they would need to check it anyways. And also many men would pass out in this little bathroom.
Yeah. There was 7 men in there just on the floor, face down, everyone covered in blood. It was awful.
You don't even need a doctor to do that. Like, they could just send in any old person in like a little scrub.
An intern.
It could be like a janitor to check it for you. Like, for
I'd
all
happily
you know,
let the janitor check out my scrotal scar.
Hopefully an asexual.
Yeah. Oh my God.
A lovely bit of business. We're back.
We're back, baby. We did it.
Yes, we learned Herman is not asexual, but he does pleasure himself at home, which I think we were all questioning. I hadn't watched the episode in a minute, so I was hoping that that's where this was going. But he doesn't need to snoop on the customers' pictures because, he's got more than enough to eat at home.
Then they do a crazy cartoon of him masturbating and then immediately into shaking a customer's hand, which I thought was a little bit rough. But we are guaranteed that Herman is not aroused by the customer's photos, so it's all okay.
Yeah, I felt very reassured by that. And that conversation of it is what Nathan Fielder is very good at, is just casually leading someone to saying really absurd things, like in a way that he has like a Louis Theroux quality to him, which is that like he seems just like a kind idiot who doesn't really understand what's going on. So like it's almost like the people he's interviewing sort of take the lead a little bit to try and sort of nudge things along, and Nathan just very gently just being like, yep, okay. And and you spoke about on a recent episode of the Einstein wet dream stuff, which I loved in that was that they included a half second of Nathan almost breaking.
Yes.
And I thought it was a really interesting edit choice to just be like, to show that even he has found, because they could have easily not included that, but they just, there's a half second of him starting to break. And I was like, that's like a nice little detail to be like, yeah, even this is too much for him.
The fact that she didn't go on to just be the star of every single episode after that, I will never understand. I don't know how she doesn't have a spin-off, how it's not like she's not the Golden Bachelorette trying to find her Einstein. I don't know what we're doing if we're not platforming Donna.
She's been through a lot. She deserves it.
Incredible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was telling us her whole Instagram page is dedicated to the fact that she had a stroke on a plane And the next time she got onto a plane after that was when Nathan Fielder was the pilot. So I thought that was going to be a major storyline, and nothing was said.
Yeah. Yeah, she spoiled that. He
Wow.
flew the plane for us like a little bit early.
Now that clears something up, which is something I thought might have been. I've watched that. I know we're not talking about it, but I've watched that series twice now, and I thought that there's every chance that they weren't passengers on that plane, because they show him looking out at the beginning, and I was like, sure, they probably then got off. They filmed them in a studio with lights outside, because you can't see any detail outside the windows, and then that does clear it up, I guess.
No, they were definitely on the plane.
As far as Donna has told us and is aware, he was flying the plane. We don't know what for sure what happened in the cockpit, but he was definitely in the cockpit of the plane.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
You know what else is a miracle? Asexuals repairing your computer.
Only
the
1%. Yeah.
I Googled that again to be like, oh, it must have increased. But nope, it's still 1% of Americans who identify as asexuals.
I would say even that feels high, right?
I'm not sure.
I honestly
don't
don't
think
know
of how many people I've ever met. And I know that it's not a thing that you ask, and it's not a thing you generally volunteer, but people are more confident and feel freer these days to announce things. I feel like I've never met an asexual.
We know one. I was like, do we ask him to come on the podcast? But I was also like, I don't know how to approach explaining why or what this is about. So we opted to not reach out. It feels like a weird thing to explain. And I'm like, I promise we're not going to make fun of you. We just need your perspective on if you would snoop on the computer or not.
Yeah.
I am fairly confident that even if I was asexual, like I would definitely snoop on the computer, but I guess that's not the issue. Like it's more the being aroused, right?
Yeah, I guess that's just more about you being, and having no respect for people's privacy.
Yeah.
Despite a customer paying you not to.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a snoopy gal. I gotta see it.
Gotta know what's in those files.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about the show and his oeuvre, to say it again, is those like illogical leaps that sort of you're like, yeah, the thing people will be worried about is their privacy and people snooping. Then he contextualizes that with like a bad excuse for why he's got nude photos of himself. Like all of when that all works perfectly, it's just like you then find yourself in a situation where a normal middle-aged man who owns a computer repair shop is having to walk through his own repair shop while sexual intruder alarm plays just so he can go to the toilet.
The kind of person who would agree to all this is also very specific.
Kelly from the editing room here. Just a little note here to say that we recorded these episodes out of order, a little bit of inside baseball for anyone who's interested. But Megan is actually referring to something that we discuss in next week's episode. So if you're confused thinking that you missed something, you didn't. It just hasn't happened for you yet.
Like I think our last episode, we were explaining how in Nathan For You, they filmed, I think, about 12 other segments that didn't get aired because the business owners just were not playing ball and were like, this is ridiculous. Why would I do this? And bailed on it. And I think that's ultimately why they didn't end up continuing and doing another season, because more people had known about Nathan, and also just finding these very specific characters who would agree to make Door City happen in their little repair shop so that someone who has already said that you're not snooping through people's files can be deemed like a sexual menace.
Sexual menace is such a crazy way to like call a normal person. Sorry, not that asexual people are not normal too, but like, a heteronormative.
Yes.
They are not sexual menaces.
The 99% that we would meet on the street. So we see that Nathan's whole plot is, yes, we're going to find the 1% of of our asexual people. So he posts a job notification on Avon, which is the world's largest online asexuality community, with the caption, "Love computers, hate sex." And I feel like he gets a decent amount of interest in this job. What do we think the Venn diagram is of asexuals and people who love computers? Like, is it higher than average, or is that the reason that we got so many people?
Well, I guess the worry is that like there is a worrying amount that's the incel culture where they supposedly love the idea of sex so much, and then they've spent so much time on their computer, it's fried their brains, and they've demonized anyone they deem to have withheld sex from them. I wonder whether the asexual community is just like, yeah, you know what, we're not getting involved with that. We're just we're gonna imagine they're like long walks. This is what I'm saying. I'm gonna see if I can say the least offensive, most offensive thing about a community I don't know much about. They love long
Proceed.
walks, bird watching, and fine dining.
And Aquaman, we learn.
And comic
Marvel,
books, but
yeah.
physical comic books.
Honestly, is bird watching the most wholesome hobby?
The problem is there's a book, isn't there, about something about bird watching. I can't remember what it's called. An American wrote it, and it's actually quite misogynistic. And if I can now, I think there is, it should be wholesome. And as someone who was a young ornithologist, I want it to be wholesome, but then you worry whether, again,
but then you went and made a bunch of jokes about geese 69ing. So,
yes,
is it wholesome?
It's incredibly wholesome.
Definitely not asexual. You would not pass this. Would not pass the interview. All those sexy birds running about the lawn.
I think you can be asexual and still be obsessed with the cloaca as a sexual organ.
You know, we've discussed the cloaca before on this podcast.
Thank God.
Not to bring it up once again.
Thank
I believe
God.
early on in our run, I had to explain
very
what that
early
was.
For our caricature artist. Is that right?
Yes, I think so.
The hummingbird. Yeah, if you thought we were making that up, you're in good company. It's been the topic has been discussed.
But yes, so we meet our lovely asexual computer repair people, and we see the lengths that Nathan is ready to go to help Herman out. He builds an asexual only area so that he can quarantine Herman away from the computers while still allowing him the opportunity to help Nikki and Randy via basically just yelling through a little speaker so that they know exactly how to repair the computer. Nathan also puts in a military-grade lock with a secret code that only they know so that the area will not be sexually contaminated.
So we got Nikki and Randy, and did we think it was a good job interview to connect them to a heart rate monitor, show them sexual images, and pick the two people whose heart rates were unchanged during those sexy photos? I
feel like this only really meets one of the requirements. We saw that they are not interested in the sexy photos, but do we know that they love computer? I would have liked to see some pictures of computer and if their heart rates went up, you know?
But the fact they were shown on a computer, the heart rates might have spiked on some people and they weren't chosen, but it was because they were getting to look at a computer.
Yeah. They were like, that MacBook be running so smooth.
Yes, that's something I've said before in my life. Yeah.
That compression rate. I think we should have shown things that were their interest. We should have had photos of sexy Aquaman, maybe eating an ice cream on the beach. We had some photos of ice cream, and I was like, you need to contextualize it for the individual, see what they find sexy. And also I thought we could have shown some videos of someone digging up treasure, snooping around. Do they like snooping as a concept? Famously, Kelly, huge snoop.
You're a big snoop, I hear.
I'm a big
Fail.
snoop. Also bisexual, could not pass the test. Like I'd be like,
Ah.
oh, everyone's hot. Like it's a rough
I
look.
didn't know bisexual means you just think everyone is hot.
Aquaman, sexy. Aqua girl,
Mer
sexy.
people.
I don't know.
Mer people, fish people.
Mer people
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
10 out
concept.
of 10.
Maybe. Depends on what type of mer people we're talking here.
I like repeatedly that it keeps coming up as well that there is this puritanical sort of weird yearning to Nathan throughout every single show that he's ever made. And yeah, again, it's just like it gets expressed in these ways where he's showing these sexy photos where you're like, where it just is keeps revealing his character in ways. And I just, I mean, you know, the famous scenes of again,
Oh my
and
God.
then the eyes to lips look thing where you're like, we're doing it again. But like these, and then even just his photos, his sexy photos that he has and things like that. I find that very funny and also just interesting as like so much of this is, and obviously he's explored it in the rehearsal series too, but is representative of a neurodiverse person trying to connect with the world and channeling what he thinks is an approximation of normality towards people. And it, you know, looking back at it with that eye, and I'm looking forward to rewatching all of Nathan For You now. I've watched both series of the rehearsal with that sort of perspective on it, because it's not anything I had ever considered until the rehearsal series 1 episode 1, where I was like, what and I am autistic, and so it was like, it was slow dawning sort of stuff of being like, oh, is this why? But I also know like friends who are, if not diagnosed as autistic, are autistic coded, and you know, it's sort of a higher prevalence in the creative industries, who can't get on board with it, but are like with Nathan and that, but are like drawn to it at the same time. There's like a abhorrence to it and a fascination with it being made at the same time, which I find interesting that someone so seemingly bland, you know, he did get really good grades, but seemingly quite milk toast in presentation, provokes such strong reactions with what are essentially sort of fairly straightforward pitch for a show of like, I'm going to go in and help businesses with absurd ideas. I'm going to help people with problems in their lives with an absurd idea. That it provokes such a strong reaction, I find fascinating.
Yeah, I feel like in my personal life, I have met more people who are like, I can't watch that show than who are big fans. So it's definitely an interesting thing to experience when you're like, oh yeah, do you know Nathan Fielder? They're like, oh, like, no, that is not for me at all.
Yeah, I've been showing the show to a few people, and like I had someone literally hide behind me through like their fingers watching Finding Frances, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm like trying to share, and maybe that's why we started a podcast, because it was hard to find other people to talk to, and we're like, we'll just talk to each other and whoever messages us. But what I've especially loved coming back to Nathan For You is having seen the rehearsal and see where we know he progresses to, coming back and seeing all those little seeds of that were planted, especially in Finding Frances, which is the next episode and the final episode of this season. But going back and seeing like all the little concepts of what came to be, I find his work so special and unique. And it's so hard to find something unique these days. Like everything's the remake of something else. And something as simple as rehearsing just becomes the most entertaining thing I've ever seen. Like Core needing to tell one of his trivia teammates that he doesn't have a master's degree. And I'm obsessed with it. I'm like, you need to tell Trish, and all these layers. All my favorite episodes are ones where, again, it's a small concept, and maybe the concept isn't even that exciting. But all the steps he has to take to make that happen and going to extreme lengths, I love a bit, and I love it when a bit gets taken way too far. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like in our friend group, we have some friends who have like some funny bits that they do every year. And it's just like, it becomes such a good joke. And I just feel like he has these little bits that are in his mind, and now we get to watch and share them with him. I feel like it must be hilarious walking around and existing in the world as him. I'd be so curious what things are yelled at him and what people bring up the most, because there's so many moments.
Oh, yeah, that's to have created as many iconic moments, like the alligator or crocodile in the back room, or like the big suit,
Yeah.
I mean, even just the basics of the laptop on the strap around his neck, like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's a
as
Halloween
look,
costume.
yeah, is just extraordinary. And like when I first sort of started working and being in New York more, one of the first places I wanted to go was Alligator Lounge. It was
Yeah.
like, that has to be, and immediately just wanted to go and sit in the same seat and be like, oh great, this is what it feels like. Okay, good. And also, like, it's comedy that not Nathan For You, but like maybe Finding Francis had definitely moments, but like The Rehearsal has made me well up multiple times, and it's definitely
totally.
like, I was diagnosed as autistic 2 years ago, and it had been like, a few years before that was like researching and being like, oh, they think this is a thing, and the years before that was just jokes about me not expressing emotions or being a robot. Very fun, wholesome stuff. And always doing tests online and being like, ha ha ha, yeah, it says I'm most likely autistic, but that's a test online, that is not a thing. And I definitely respond so much more to like media and content that is in that vein. And I realized that one of the things in music and like in film and TV that I've always responded to, and it's always hit, is people wanting to express a thing and to be heard and not being heard.
Yeah.
And like a lot of music, like one of my favorite bands is Frightened Rabbit, which is a Scottish band. The lead singer very sadly took his own life, and struggled with drugs and alcohol and depression for years. And like their 2016 album is just such like a beautiful, beautiful album, which is so desperately sad at the same time because it's all there. And even like in that first episode of The Rehearsal, of like that, the cut at the end between the rehearsal and the real thing of him telling Nathan that he fucked it is just so like brutal and like just so tough to watch, but so like evocative at the same time. And Nathan, like that is like an expression of being like Nathan's tried to do something for someone, has got it completely wrong and has ruined things for them. Must be an experience that a lot of neurodiverse people will have. And I'm not saying he's not come out as neurodiverse or anything like that, but like he is telling neurodiverse stories no matter what his perspective or his real life experience is. And I think that's amazing to do within a show that is also laugh out loud funny. Episode 3 of season 2 of The Rehearsal is one of the funniest TV episodes ever made.
Oh my gosh. Truly, like the way that he's able to blend the storytelling with the comedy and also like actually bring out so much emotion. I also have definitely cried watching The Rehearsal. It is really, really crazy. And actually Finding Francis too, when we rewatched it, I found it like a lot more moving than I think I did the first time. I think the first time I was kind of just taking it at face value. And then when you rewatch these things a couple of times, you start to be like, there's actually a lot more emotion behind this. And there's a lot more to kind of pick apart than it just being like a silly little comedy show.
Yeah. Yeah. But back to the silly little comedy show.
Yes. Yes, we get our first customer and we learn that the new cyber guy guarantee is going to be that no one with sexual desires will come in contact with a customer's computer at any point during the repair. And this is where we're introduced to the lockdown procedure. So we see Herman at one point needs to use the bathroom while the computer is reformatting itself or something. So the way that looks is he is able to push a button. An alarm goes off that says that there's going to be a sexual person coming through. While he walks through the room to go to the bathroom, Nikki and Randy also padlock the computer away so that there's no possible way that Herman could get a hold of it. And then he's able to use the bathroom without any carnal urges escaping him. Though we don't know what he does in the bathroom, to be fair. He did claim he only does that at home.
The fact that Herman is so calm and isn't offended at all. I'd be like, I am a business owner who has done this and doesn't snoop. Like, I'm agreeing with you, to be then deemed
sexual intruder.
Like a sexual intruder in his own store, and has to lock up a computer so he doesn't. I guess the fear is he scrolls through the photos, does a little digging, and then immediately starts masturbating to it. Is that the fear?
That is the fear, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a fair fear, but I feel like he goes along with it very easily. He's just like, yes, this is a great idea. I am someone who might do that.
Honestly, he's just like an open guy too. Like, he's just like, yeah, we can hire some asexual people. I'll teach them how to fix the computers. Like, he seems like he's just down for anything.
Yeah. Especially in contrast to the woman who ran the
shipping logistics lady.
The shipping logistics company. Yeah.
An icon. I already forgot her name, but
yeah.
She's still a legend to me.
Christy, I think, or Chrissy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so dismissive of him.
You could have had this incredible contraption built in your store, had a funny bit, but no.
I did say, like, should the sexual intruder alarm have been included in the new Bonsai Predicament song? Like, if they make a remake, I feel we should have this going off. And, like, Yanni walks out and he's all shirtless. Like, that would be incredible.
Should there just be more sexual intruder alert alarms in society?
Yes.
There should definitely be in comedy.
Yeah.
Probably like in the White House, to be honest.
Just going off all day.
All day, every day. And Herman loves the new service. It seems that Herman deems this a perfect success.
I love, again, there's a bit where the woman asked that the photos and music be backed up. It's such like, again, just a very benign, nothing-y thing where you're like, why would that be included? But it adds to it by like, it increases the jeopardy by showing how everyday it is. And it repeatedly, he does stuff like that, which is just showing like a real normal moment to ground everything, to be like, oh, this is, and again, like however much of it is scripted, however much of it is planned, however much is like, you know, she's said that casually beforehand and they like, could you make sure you say this? You know, whatever. It's just so well crafted and put together.
Yeah, they're so good at making like a very succinct, especially in Nathan For You, where I feel like these bits are so quaint compared to the rehearsal. Like, it's such a nice little packaged, like 10-minute piece. It's like, yeah, we told an entire story and it was honestly just very fun little bit here.
Yeah.
We move on to our second segment, which we meet this woman named Madame Dora, who in the olden days, she would have been burned at the stake, we hear. And she's a psychic who's having a hard time getting new customers. I did look her up on Yelp. And it seems like she is also still in business, though going under a different name. So maybe she was getting too many Nathan For You fans reaching out to her. At least on Google Maps, she's under a different name.
Surely she could have predicted that before going on the show.
Literally, yeah. She really should have seen that coming. But Nathan has an idea for her, which is that she should put out ads reaching out to a Maria Garcia, which has over 1,000 hits in the white pages in Los Angeles. And basically Dora's like, well, I've never thought of that before. And Nathan's like, well, maybe that's where you screwed up.
Just absolutely roasting her.
Yeah, what do we think of this plan to basically just advertise to one specific person as a psychic? It seems fairly flawless to me, if I'm being honest.
I think it's a great plan, actually. And I think it's one that like is objectively a good marketing ploy, and that I'm hopeful that she got more calls from other Marias.
I mean, we see at the end like the flurry of calls seemingly. Sorry, my cat is like behind me in the chair.
Why is there so many cats in all of the video frames? Hang on, is that the same cat that's going back and forth between your video frames?
We're hours away in different houses.
Yeah, but I don't know if you haven't got teleportation in Canada. I haven't been to Canada for years.
She got that cat when we were roommates, actually.
All right, how did you meet?
Well, we met before that. So we were both lifeguards at Canada's Wonderland, which is an amusement park near Toronto. So
and did you graduate with very good grades? How do you meet your friends?
We actually both did go to business school and graduate with very good grades, which is how this bit started. And kind of like how we were talking before, about how Nathan For You is like so silly and fun. And we're like, oh, this will be such like a fun little podcast. We can make jokes. And then in the rehearsal, suddenly we're talking about like Holocaust awareness, autism awareness, Paramount Plus Germany.
We are so not.
Judaism.
So like... much Judaism talk.
I do own a Summit Ice jacket as well.
Very good.
We do have the
rehearsal hats.
Oh, nice. Now I got the Summit Ice jacket, and my friend Kat Sadler, who is a writer, creator, actor of the BBC Hulu series Such Brave Girls, which is fantastic. Series 2 just came out on Hulu. Incredible sitcom. She won a couple of BAFTAs recently. Is also a massive Nathan For You fan. And we have plenty of time sort of just been hang out and just watched, 5 episodes in a row. So I also got her the Summit Ice t-shirt, but I was like, I need the windbreaker. That's for me. And it is, it's so great. And it's also so fun. I think I've had maybe 5 people in the 2 years since I had it be like, Summit Ice. And I met one other person who has the same jacket, and we were both wearing it, the same thing. And I think that person is a director as well. So it's a very specific type of person that not only loves Nathan For You, but then also gets the merch.
Yes. I know that I've seen one person out and we kind of made eyes and I was like, deny nothing. But that was it. I've been wearing my rehearsal. We just got our rehearsal hat, so I've been wearing it out, and I've been dying for someone to ask me about it.
I know, me too. I know. I'm like, I'm on the subway. I'm like, have you
like, hello?
I'm like, reading my book mysteriously. I'm like begging someone to come up to me.
I'm like wanting people to ask me about it, but I guess it's just us.
Yeah, I'm the same with the Ramones t-shirt.
Yeah, man.
Have you heard of these?
Have you heard of these guys?
Yeah.
You can tell we're not as social when we're like, people will approach us if we're wearing merch or a hat of something we like. They'll be dying to talk to us. They won't be able to help it. We're like, this is how we'll make new friends.
Yeah, I think the people, everyone who has said, where's that? That's from something, isn't it? Or have just been like, that's from Nathan For You, isn't it? Have all been people I've known, but not known that well, that have been like, I think at the Edinburgh Fringe, you're in a bar late at night, and then someone that you sort of see twice a year is just like, hey.
You're like, nailed it.
Nice
I've
got some social cachet now.
Okay, so Nathan's idea, as discussed, he wants to help Madame Dora by putting out these Maria Garcia ads. So they record a radio ad, they put up billboards and put up some ads in the newspaper. And within days, Madame Dora does receive a call from a Maria Garcia, and she's able to book a reading with her later that week. Question. I don't know if any of us have the answer, but I do want to discuss whether or not she had to pay for this reading, or did the show pay for it?
The show must have, right?
Right?
Because now she's in a fake documentary about it.
Yeah, surely. Yeah, the crew are surely paying.
Maybe not.
But then, does that really help the business? And then I kind of started thinking, same with the computer repair people, because I imagine the computer repair people came in and they probably did pay for their computer repair. But for some reason with the psychic, I'm like, it just feels so much more like the crew should be paying for that.
Yeah, in my experience of like having been in the crew or, you know, produced things not like this, but like, you know, mockumentary stuff in with the public, if they are having to spend money themselves, there's like something that is taken care of. But if you're otherwise just grabbing them, like, you know, if they're already in the theme park, you're not then being like, and now I'll pay for your tickets. You're sort of like, you're grabbing them while they're there. But yeah, so I feel like the laptop repair, surely they're given a little because they're like, this is going to take a bit longer because so do you mind? Or, yeah.
And we're filming you. But they are already going there as a customer. So, you know, the world's a mysterious place. We'll never know this mystery.
The random people definitely are not getting paid, right? Because, like, I'm just thinking, like, when they used to film Kenny versus Spenny here in Toronto, if anyone is aware of this show, which is very specific.
But it might be a little Toronto specific. Have you ever heard of it, Stuart?
No.
So it's just two guys. Wait, you explain it.
It was, these two guys, and they were in Toronto, and basically they would come up with like a very outlandish like dare or bet that they both needed to complete within a week. So like the one that always comes to mind was called Who Can Wear an Octopus on Their Head for the Longest? And the entire concept of the episode was they had a dead octopus that they had to wear on their head. And that was the entire episode is just them trying to get through it. But like Kenny's kind of a shit disturber, so like he spiked Spenny's, I think one of his drinks or something with acid in the episode. Anyways, my friends
and I see Stuart Googling. He's ready to be in the Kenny versus Spenny world.
I honestly don't even know if you can watch it anymore. And like, if Kenny and Spenny have been canceled, like, I don't want that energy. Like, do not tell me that, because in my mind, like, this show is pure and hilarious.
And then whoever loses, they would have to do a dare or something right at the end.
Yeah.
There's 86 episodes and it started in 2002.
Enjoy some nice Canadian culture.
Yeah. Let me explain where I was going with this. I was in high school when they were filming this show, and they filmed it like in the neighborhood that I went to high school. So occasionally we would see them filming it and like kind of get in the shot or in the show. Like I know there's one episode where Kenny kissed my friend's older sister as like one of the dares, who later went on to be a star of a documentary about sugar babies. So anyway, that's just a big lore drop for me right now.
Okay, well, do you want to know?
High school was super weird.
And we never got paid, is what I'm saying, including the older sister who like was kissed on camera.
That's how we got here.
Oh, okay.
It's all coming back.
It all came around.
Do you know who Kenny Hotz is the godson of?
Who?
No.
Joni Mitchell.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Nepo baby.
Yeah. That is exactly how you get to run around with an octopus on your head for a week and make a living off of it.
They did a special in the pandemic. Kenny and Spenny Powdemic.
That sounds very, yes. I remember also like the house that they used to film at was like a very popular like spot people would go take pictures in front of.
Yeah, and one of them would always be like, I think it was Kenny was always like trying to cheat and like get out of the task that they had to do. It was a whole good bit. It's very like early YouTube, I feel, like a prank show.
Yes, very much.
Yeah. Neither of them have a controversy tab on Wikipedia.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I will say, like, Kenny definitely did kiss, like, my friend's older sister, who, again, was in high school, but, like, that's...
We're going to add
neither
that
here nor there.
Let's get on there right now.
On this week's episode, we're canceling Kenny.
We'll link to her Sugar Baby documentary as well. Anyway, so yeah, I was just curious whether or not Maria Garcia had to pay for her reading, but it seems like maybe we think that it might have been covered. Maybe because she was the first one, she got it complimentary. Which honestly is another boring way to get new customers, I feel. But we meet Maria Garcia, who has called in. And essentially, Nathan is able to tell her that they're filming a documentary about the best psychics in the world when she shows up for the reading. And after the reading, Maria is not super impressed with what she's been told. All Dora said is that she saw something related around the law around her, and she just doesn't see where this is going. So Nathan, he digs deeper into the reading and realizes that Dora predicted a mystery man who Maria would turn away from at first, and concocts this plan to secretly engineer a meeting between Maria Garcia and our old friend Solomon, aka Nathan's production assistant.
So the options were him figuring out something with the law. So he could have framed her for a crime this episode, or he could have tried to set her up with a man. Do we think he chose the correct direction?
I do feel like the crime may have been easier because Maria Garcia is such a common name, as we saw. He could have maybe reused it more. They could have gone to more Maria Garcias and giving them the same reading, and then run the same bit over and over and over again.
Get all the Maria Garcias incarcerated. We're locking them up.
Do we know how much of that stuff was done repeatedly with different people? Do we know? I don't know much about the production of Nathan For You.
I don't think we know about this specific episode very much. Maybe it's possible he did try and engineer something around the law, because it does seem like a random thing to have included. I guess he just wanted a clip of her doing the interview. But maybe they were hoping they could catch her in something. They were hoping she'd be speeding and they could just get that detective or whatever, the guy they hired a few weeks ago for the Jimmy Kimmel bit, to pull her over.
We could have done a combination where maybe the police officer was also a mysterious brown hair, brown-eyed man instead of a fake makeup artist.
Yeah. But
Make everything come true.
Yeah. But anytime you get Solomon, I think is a bonus.
Oh yeah. My question is, why did we not make it Nathan? Why was Nathan not the mysterious stranger? It feels like that's perfect.
I think Nathan's a bit older for her, right?
We don't know do we know how old Solomon is?
And then Nathan has already been presented doing the documentary, so it might have been a weird transition.
Fair.
I do like bringing in Solomon. I'm sad they didn't go to Quiznos, but I love the montage of Solomon's Facebook posts. So Solomon does a Facebook quiz, as we have all done, to see which features he likes best of a woman. And the quiz had determined that he loves a sweet smile, a sense of adventure, and a sexy smile. So I was hoping we could rank these of our own interests. Which of these you rank the highest?
Oh, Stuart, do you want to go first?
Oh man, you really okay.
1, 2, and 3.
Power ranking.
We'll decide if you're a sexual menace.
The alarm starts blaring.
Yeah.
He didn't pick sweet smile as number 1.
I think it's sense of adventure, right?
Yeah. I think that's the clear number
wholesome.
1.
Yeah, that's the correct answer to avoid any more questions.
But I do want to know more about this quiz where you can end up with the answers sweet smile and sexy smile. It felt like it should have been an either or situation.
What is the difference? Yeah, well, how would you do them differently?
I would never know.
Yeah.
Just vibes.
I haven't got an ability to do what I would consider a sweet or a sexy smile. Every smile I do feels like the most embarrassing, awkward thing that I've ever done in my entire life. And occasionally I see a photo of myself where I've smiled by accident. I'm like, oh, how do I recreate that?
Same.
But yeah, in fact, I broke a photographer once. It was at a film festival and there was a red carpet on the way in. And I went with a friend and the photographer was there and was just getting everyone to pose for a couple of quick photos. And so me and my friend stopped, posed, and went to walk away. And the photographer said, "Did you mean to do that?"
Oh.
And I was like, what? And he was like, you looked over there. I was like, oh, yeah, yeah. He was like, huh? And because I had basically done a thing where, and I like doing it, I think it's partly based on Michael Caine has an acting theory. I think it's Michael Caine, where it's like, if you're in a dialogue scene, act like you've seen something on the horizon beyond them. And it adds a bit of mystery. And so whenever there's a photo being taken by someone I don't know, I'll just pose. And then just before they take the photo, we go. And for those listening, I've scrunched my eyes up in confusion and looked off into the middle distance. And so I did that. And this guy who must have taken thousands of people's photos in his life experienced for the first time one that he didn't understand. I felt proud of it.
So your mysterious look is staring off into the distance. Kelly's is reading a book with her hat on the GO train.
Yeah.
We have a mysterious crew today.
Listen, I'm just saying, I'm begging. If anyone wants to come up to me and ask about my book on the train, like, please do. I'll talk to you about it. I promise.
Now, Kelly, what books are you reading on the train, though?
These days, nothing crazy, just fantasy. I'm not reading Ice Planet Barbarians on the train. Don't worry.
Can you give Stuart the clip notes of Ice Planet Barbarians?
I can provide a short description. It's a science fiction
That's
romance
not
book
okay.
where a crew of women has been like kidnapped and they're going to be like trafficked to some unknown planet, and they're basically their ship crash lands on a planet that's filled with sexy blue barbarian aliens.
Sorry, before you carry on, can you explain why you're hosing yourself down at the moment?
I actually was on a podcast talking about this book. If anyone wants to hear more about Ice Planet Barbarians, you can look up Ready to Be Romanced, my episode with Tori on it.
So I listened to this podcast because I was like, oh, great, Kelly's on a podcast. Like, I'll go listen to it. And partway through, I'm texting her. I'm like, what is happening here? I'm like, did you actually read this book? And yeah, how many? There's like 21 of them, right?
Like 26 or something. There's like, this is like a series.
The author is cranking them out.
How long are they?
They're pretty short. Like the first one's only like, I think 150 pages. Like it's a short one. Listen, I'm a woman of taste.
The look you had while Kelly was describing it, I think is the look you were trying to go for in the photo. So the next time you're getting your photograph taken, please think about Ice Planet Barbarians and the two Canadians. And I think you'll get an exquisite photo out of it.
Just wearing the rehearsal hat. Just hoping someone asks about either the hat or the book. Surely someone on this train has got a question.
We can talk about Nathan Fielder or the sexy blue barbarian. Or how we can combine the two subjects. You're
it weird to think that you're a mom?
Yeah, sometimes it really trips me out. We were at a wedding last week, and like, let me tell you, there's no feeling quite like, you know, it's midnight and we're doing shot o'clock, and then by 1 a.m. I'm like back at home trying to go to sleep with my kid next to me.
Yeah, I've the fact because my mum was very young when she was 22 when she had me, and so by the time she's my age now, I was an adult. So I now have I have full, proper memories, adult conversations with my mum at the age I am now. And it's so disorienting to like know the stupid shit I get up to and to be like, yeah, but not my mum, because she's a mum. She's always been a mum. She was never not a mum in my experience.
For you
to
specifically,
find out,
I can see how she's always been a mom.
There was no point where I was like, oh, you're my mum now.
I go through a crisis every day of oh boy, what am I doing here? I have a child.
Yeah, you shouldn't be reading this and sweating profusely on a train.
And talking about it on podcasts. Let me tell you, those barbarians are not asexual. That's all. That's an important part of the book.
I just don't know what could happen in 26 books.
To be fair, they're the length of 26th of a book.
Yeah, that's fair. They're like one chonky novel.
Yeah. I imagine the font size is enormous.
So that people over your shoulder can read along. They're like, this is an excellent advertising tactic. We'll make the font huge. So if you're ever reading it in public, other people can get a little taste and they'll get so curious that they have to buy it.
Call
That's
Nathan. This
smart.
is perfect. Okay, so Solomon, his dream girl, not a ice planet barbarian, as discussed. He does have some deal breakers, though.
He doesn't
I
love a
think we
bad
should-
girl. So
Yes.
are the Ice Planet barbarians, would you classify them as sweet, nice girl or as bad girl?
No, they're actually super nice. That's like the whole thing with these books, is that they're like incredibly sweet, nice men, but they're barbarian aliens. So that's kind of the whole thing why women love this book, because they're like, wow, big scary barbarian man, but he's like tending to my needs. Oh my word. Also, a lot of my friends who read it are lesbians, which I think is very funny, but
Oh. Big in the lesbian culture where it's sort of like an imaginary version of a man.
I think that must be it. But yes, so they're definitely not bad girls. I do feel Solomon would do well with a baddie, though. Like, I could see Solomon out here with a bad girl. Like, I think that would be a really fun type for him to try.
I do think he needs a woman where, like, if his order comes in at a restaurant and it's not what he ordered, who would send it back to the kitchen? Who would be like, not my man. He actually got rye bread, not brown bread on the side. Thank you. I feel like Solomon does need that now that you mention it, which is my definition of a bad girl.
Sending
like,
food back.
She's so cool and edgy and badass.
That's nice to think of, really, to sort of be like, there needs to be that duality in a relationship where one of you is the bad guy and one of you is the good guy. And but it can be in different situations.
The ultimate combo.
Yeah.
Stuart, are you the bad guy or the good guy?
I am, well, so I was filming a thing recently where me and another comedian had to go in and interview some children for a thing, and we were supposed to get some information out of them, some fun light chat sort of thing. But me and my friend Rue, who's a comedian, very, very funny, we joked that we should go in and be good cop, bad cop. And there was one point where I was like, that is funny to see. We're just having a nice chat with some very sweet, lovely kids. One of us going in aggressive, which we didn't do. But then there was a point when one of them drew something and turned it around and to show us like what they think that the person's face would look like. And I just went, nah, that's not for me. And the kid's face dropped in a way. I was like, oh, I was trying to be funny, but I've gone too harsh there. I have gone too bad cop.
This small child didn't know going in you had a bit about being good cop, bad cop. You forgot to let him know.
Yeah, Rue straight away afterwards was like, yeah, that was too hard. That was too much.
So what we're saying is you're a bad boy.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a bad boy.
I'm a bit of a bad boy myself. I do feel like parents do need to instill, as a parent myself,
Sorry, what was that?
parents need to instill some sarcasm into their parenting so that kids can learn how to take a joke. Maybe this is just me trying to make myself feel better for, some light comments that we make to my kid, because we do like to razz him a little bit, like especially.
I think you gotta razz your kids, right? You can't be like, it can't be that they are like, wonderful baby angels who do nothing wrong. They got to know a little bit in a safe space what the real world is going to be like, and that actually like razzing someone can be funny and a fun thing.
Now Kelly's child, 15 months,
18 months,
18 months,
too young to be razzed.
Very, very young, is learning words.
You guys,
but we razz him so good.
You guys, when he was like a little baby, the only way that we could like get through it, because we were like obviously going crazy, was like sometimes he'd be crying and they just like won't stop crying. So like he would cry for like 3 hours, and it was just like, and I'd literally be like, "Oh, you little baby." Like we would, 'cause it's the only way to get through it was like I had to
You
make fun
finding
of it.
life stressful? Is there
Yeah.
too much sensory input? Oh, you're tired.
You're too tired.
Oh my God. My
It's pathetic.
favorite-
I've been at work all day and you're giving me this shit.
My favorite bit at Kelly's house is their cat, who you've seen pop up a few times. His name is Cam. And Eddie, Kelly's son, will like grab his tail or maybe pull his fur too hard. So anytime Eddie goes to pet Cam, they'll say, "Oh, gentle, gentle." And so now he just thinks all cats are named Gentle, and they've royally confused him.
You're making it sound like so nice. Sometimes it's more of like gentle, gentle. We're like yelling.
He does not know what the word gentle means. He thinks cats are just gentle.
Hey, it started working though. He's getting a lot better. But he does do little bits of his own. Like he really is into, like, you'll be like, "Can I have a hug?" And he'll be like, "Hug," and then he'll like walk over to you and then he'll turn around and go, "No." Like,
You're getting
Wow.
razzed
and
back.
then I go, "Fuck me, I guess." So anyway, I get bullied by an 18-month-old on the daily. Solomon's other deal breaker is no smokers, which
Mm-hmm.
I feel that's probably a deal breaker for quite a few people. And then his words, handicapped, because
Sure.
he's concerned. He has a very specific concern about having to lift this person up the stairs and possibly drop them.
Who wants to take this? Shadi not. Stuart, our
feels like-
beloved bad boy guest. Please tell us your thoughts.
It'd be so funny to end up getting cancelled because of a Canadian podcast about Nathan for you out of nowhere. Oh yeah, he had such a promising career ahead of him, and then he said some really horrendous things on this
We'll
podcast.
add to the controversy section of your Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Unwilling to carry the handicapped upstairs.
There's a world where he starts and he's like, then just like keeps talking, and almost like he's identified he said something wrong, and that he's then trying to dig himself out of it. And each step is, like when Michael Scott in The Office starts talking but doesn't know the end of where he's going with it, that Solomon's like, right, I'm going to find surely. And then eventually it's, that clip that was, it's a kid that's going, have you ever had a dream? Have you ever had a dream that you want him so much he could do anything to you? And then he sits back like, nailed it. That feels like Solomon there is just like, oh, I've said the wrong thing. I don't want to lift the person up the stairs in case I might drop him. Can't get me.
Saved.
He's like,
Can't
it's
get
a perfect answer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a concern that I've ever considered, I guess. So in that aspect, I guess this is a fair one to have. However, I would posit, Solomon, I think a lot of places have ramps these days. So maybe it would be okay. Meg has no comment on this issue. She's scared of getting canceled.
No, I think it's maybe a good inspiration to like go to the gym, but I think it's one of those things where like you always want to check if your personalities align first, and then you can see how it goes.
Yeah, it's further down the list.
Yeah, like I would be like, do we have common interests? Like, can I lift you up the stairs is not normally like my first requirement in dating, but maybe it should be.
Add it to the list.
Add it.
I feel like you could always find a couple friends to help lift someone up the stairs, though, if it was like that much of an issue.
And also, like, they've probably managed this like on their own for quite a while. Like, you don't have to step in. Like, you can ask them the involvement they want you to have if you form a relationship with them. Like, you can work together on this. You don't just meet someone, go on a first date, and I'm like, well, I'm carrying you up these stairs now.
Yeah, it's very rare you meet someone at a spot that they've been stranded at for 20, 30 years. And then you're the first person they've gone on a date with. And then that's the reveal.
Yeah. Yeah, really like sweeping them off their feet.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Haha.
Uh-huh.
So Nathan engineers this date. He calls up Maria and lets her know that they need to do a follow-up interview after, the original one that they did. And to do this meet cute, Solomon's going to be doing Maria's makeup. How do we feel about this as a meet cute for a potential rom-com? Not necessarily Solomon and Maria, but just in general. Do we think that this would make a good story?
I think it's terrible. I think it's a terrible way to meet a person. I think that it's like at work, so it's almost a little inappropriate if they're hitting on you. And then
Yeah.
also, he knows absolutely nothing about makeup. So I feel like maybe you'll have some nice banter during it. And then as soon as you look in the mirror, you must think this person's wildly incapable of their job and like really has lost the plot. Like he's putting lipstick all over her face. Like he really doesn't know what he's doing. I feel like that would really, even if we had a nice little bit of banter, I feel like going into the mirror, I'd be like, oh, do they want me to make a fool of myself? Do they hate me? Do they, like, what is going on here? Like, I'm about to be in a documentary and they smeared pink all over my face.
For me as well, like, yeah, I think competence is very attractive quality in a person. For me, sweet smile, competent, sexy smile. That's what I'm looking for. But competence is like really like, oh, great. It just sort of, it's not only attractive, but it's like a relief as well, where you're just like, oh, cool, this person exists as their own person as well. And, and it's sort of quite exciting to see someone to be good at something. So on your first meeting to be like, oh, he's awful at his job and he called me dumb.
Oh my God, the dumb comment. So rough. Yeah. So we see a little role play that Nathan does with Solomon where they're kind of practicing some banter. And Solomon, seemingly the only thing he takes out of it is that he needs to call Maria dumb in order to flirt. And yeah, she doesn't take it super well, but then she does agree to like hang out with him as a friend, which I'm assuming they never hung out again after this.
Yeah.
This is for sure the camera's rolling syndrome of she said yes because there's a camera in her face.
Yes. How often have either of you said, let's be friends or let's hang out as friends with no intention of ever seeing the person again?
No comment.
I didn't realize it was a coward podcast.
I normally do have the intention of hanging out with people if I say, like, let's hang out.
Okay, so how would you end it with like as nicely as possible?
Well, this is awkward as well because you are literally at work being filmed for a documentary. So I think if you think you're working with this person, maybe you would say, hey, like it would be fun to grab lunch like on set together, like go to craft services together and kind of keep it contained to that day so that then you don't have to like give them your phone number, like coordinate, meet up with them afterwards. Like maybe you try to keep it contained to that space and that event. And then afterwards you can kind of move on and not exchange numbers and carry on your way.
Yeah, I've had like that obviously in comedy, and like there's no workplace, or like the workplace shifts all the time, so it's sort of can be nebulous and difficult to keep track of. So like there have been times where I've been like, was that being asked out on a date, or was that just we both work in the same industry, and trying to negotiate that and to like do a reply that is just like, yes, would definitely obviously love to chat about projects and things like that. Very busy at the moment, so blah, 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 and trying to negotiate it. And I mean, obviously it's the setup of the show to deliberately put that situation as awkward and as inappropriate as possible. And also makeup, having that done to you is such a fragile, naked place. Have someone that close to you who you don't really know to then be put in that situation. I think she did a lovely job of like of batting the issue down the road.
Yeah, she was very sweet.
Yeah, especially someone's like touching your face, like really up in your face. Like it is kind of a lot for a stranger. Now he's using a brush, which is nice, but you are at very close proximity to a person to have to negotiate a date.
So you
But
hang
you
on.
don't want to go on.
Let's not blaze straight over this. Using a brush, which is nice. How often are you
Did I
having
say
someone
something
else
weird?
come by and just brush your face?
Just like
Never.
full hands, fingers in the crevices.
Yeah, they've got little thimbles, but with like brushes on the end, and they're just.
I don't love a face grab in like
What?
We didn't ask that. We were talking about the brush, that weird thing that you're into. You get people to brush your face. Who is that
Grabbing
person
your
that's just come into
face.
shot just now? Who's brushing
Oh my
your
gosh.
face?
Okay, the makeup brush when he is applying it to her face.
Yes, the thing
It
that
was
you really
just-
love other people doing to you.
I think only like maybe 2 people have ever done that to me when I've like hired a makeup artist for like a wedding or something that I've attended, or I've like I was in Kelly's wedding, for example.
Yes.
A very nice woman with exquisite shoes actually did my makeup.
Is this true, Kelly? Was there any
true.
like reports back that were like, yeah, it was a bit odd with Megan. She kept saying, keep going with the brush.
She kept asking me not to grab her face as if that was imminently coming.
Yep. Just the normal girl who does their own makeup and other people don't touch my brush with a face. Touch my face with a brush.
Touch my brush with the face.
I felt like I started this conversation thinking what I was saying was like very normal and like a fine thing to say. And then immediately spiraling downwards. I need someone to carry me back up the stairs. I have fallen and cannot get up. And actually, that makeup artist, I did ask her where she got her shoes and did immediately buy them. So that was great.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
She was very fabulous.
She was very fashionable.
She would have done a better job than Solomon in both the makeup and also the conversation part of this episode, I will say. Though Maria does pretty well. We get some facts about her that she's really into horror movies and wants to rewatch Harry Potter. So she has some interests. Seemingly not a bad girl based on these interests, but you know, who am I to say? Who am I to judge?
Horror movies can definitely be bad girl.
Can they?
Depends who you're siding with, I guess.
Yeah, if you're really rooting for the murderer.
That would be a real red flag if you went to the cinema on a first date and they were like really siding with Ghostface.
You're like, stab more.
How do you deal with that if that happens to you? Do you just immediately get up and leave, or are you like, okay, let's unpack this together? Because I feel like I would want to like discuss more if someone was blatantly rooting for the killer.
You have to hit them with some hypotheticals that you think might come up and learn their answer.
That could work.
That's good. Yeah, that is good. Okay, you've won back our respect after that brush disaster zone.
The debacle.
I like that our 3 genres of women are spooky girl, good girl, and bad girl, and those are the only. Those are women,
and they each have their own toilet to go to. The 4 genders. Those 3, and then men, and non-binary doesn't exist in this world.
You have to identify good, bad, or spooky.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
Or man.
Yeah,
or man. They or she.
But yeah, so they chat. Solomon does ask her on a date. And she has a bit of a reaction and then says that she would hang out with him platonically. She let him down easy, as they say.
I mean, you could still, like, a platonic hangout could turn romantic, maybe. Like, if Solomon really played his cards completely differently than how he did the first
Didn't
time.
do her makeup.
Yeah, showed some competence in an area.
Yeah, I remember going on a Hinge date with someone, and it was like they were like definitely cooler than me. Like they had a shaved undercut, dyed hair.
Ooh.
They rode a motorbike.
Bad girl.
They were a gamer. They were a bad girl. Yeah,
Bad girl for sure.
And we had a real lovely, like, I just sort of you assign maybe like 45 minutes to an hour. You have a buffer of 2 hours to be like, that's if you're going for a coffee, to allow if it's good. And it went to 3 hours, and I was like, okay, that's a pretty good sign. And I was like, we got on, and I was like, oh, that's definitely is not the sort of person I would normally end up with. That's interesting. Definitely would be up for that hangout again. And she replied saying like, yeah, absolutely would be up for meeting again, platonically. And I was like, oh, I was like, okay, cool. Lovely to hang out, blah, blah, blah. And then obviously we never messaged again. But I was like, that's an interest. I mean, a real brutal thing for me, I guess, that she's on a dating website. She hung out with me for 3 hours, was like, I really get on with this guy, but there is no way I could ever see myself physically touching him.
Was she asexual?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, tell yourself that.
Yeah.
Definitely asexual. Now, if you had hung out again, but you showed up, you bad boyed it up. You got a little, you showed your tattoos. You wore maybe a wife beater or a wife respecter. You show up on a motorcycle. Is there a way, like, from the first date you learn all these interests and you're like, oh, I'm gonna show her she wants to be non-asexual with this.
Yeah, I know exactly who she's looking for. Yeah, I wonder how long it would have taken for her to go, what's happening here?
Maybe immediately. Do you start a new Hinge profile, but this is like your bad boy alter ego?
Yes, potentially. I get an undercut.
Get that undercut. You might have to.
But it's all the way. It's a full undercut.
It's a full undercut.
Got a floating toupee on top.
You show up, pretend you haven't met her before. Go on a second first date.
You know what?
Do you still have her number?
I mean, I wouldn't have deleted it, I think. So I think I remember what her name was. Yes.
Found her immediately. You've been pining.
I have been pining. The photo she has is of a bear sat at a picnic table.
That's wholesome. That's
pretty wholesome.
Should you invite her for a picnic?
Oh, I can read it actually.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh my God.
This is the best moment of my life.
Oh my goodness me. I had a hell of a lot of fun too. I'd be up for hanging out again for sure, though I do think it might have to be in a platonic sense. I hope that's okay to say. I genuinely had a great time. You can throw me to the birds for dinner if that feels appropriate.
I mean, she seems kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lovely bit.
That's a great note.
And I said, but yes, for sure. Would never throw you to the birds. She said because where we went for a coffee had like an aviary sort of thing nearby. The absolute audacity of those birds, though, pure carnage, she said. And I put, the wings of a gang of pigeons. Who knew? So threatening. And she replied with a gif of a group of people saying, caw, caw, caw. And that was the last thing that we ever messaged to each other.
Last interaction. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how she wasn't charmed by that. It seems like there was truly nothing you could do.
There's nothing I could do.
There's nothing you could have done. You hit her with the bird facts. Yeah.
I can't believe I'm so on point with all of this stuff.
You could have messaged about the cloaca. That would be my only advice next time.
That's how you sex it up.
Yeah.
That's how you get out of the platonic friend zone.
How's your cloaca? Do you have any interest in taking a selfie of it whilst giving birth in the future? Brackets, not to my child. I've had a vasectomy.
For medical advice only. I promise no one will steal my phone and look at it.
I only employ asexuals.
The one that got away?
Maybe the one that flew away.
Oh no. She did actually. She couldn't get the bike started after the date. Her motorbike. She just got that motorbike, and so we spent ages sort of trying to get it started. I can't remember why it wouldn't start.
Do you think it's maybe because you couldn't immediately fix her motorcycle? She thought maybe you were a little incompetent.
Yeah, but I did immediately pick up the motorbike and carry it up some stairs.
with one arm.
Showing
Yeah, and her
immense
and the other
strength. Strength both physically and in character.
Yeah. Oh man, I've forgotten about her.
Oh no. Now you're going to
What if
wonder about it.
What if she was a listener? That would be the biggest plot twist of all.
Oh my goodness, she was a YouTuber, so I could actually genuinely, this would be a fun thing, is just for me to find out. It's always fun if you find out someone that you thought was weird years ago turns out to be a conspiracy theorist, or like lockdown was great for that. I mean, awful for that, but like great for seeing people go down the rabbit hole of, where they end up as somehow they end up as TERFs so often. You're like, how have you started hating trans people because you thought lockdowns were a joke?
It's a direct insane line.
It really is, like, for so many people, and you're like,
the Venn diagram is a circle.
yeah. And yeah, when it's someone that you're like, you were a bit suspicious of, and then a few years down the line, they pop up on social media saying like something mad, and you're like, oh, okay, that's proved something for me.
Yeah, maybe she put out a post saying like, I met, like, a classic Facebook status, like met this incredibly funny guy, carried me and my motorbike up the stairs. I just got too nervous and couldn't go through with it. But like, he really seemed like the love of my life. Maybe in the future, I'll have more confidence for this.
Yes. This also does remind me that I realized why it sprung in. It was because there was someone that I went on a couple of dates with who, again, is this like a repeating thing? That she gave, like, we hung out like 2 or 3 times. This was years and years and years ago. She was a Norwegian German puppeteer.
Whoa.
Very cool, very sort of, slightly hippie, very interesting. And I remember her popping up on Facebook in 2020 with like conspiracy theory stuff.
No.
And me being like, and this had been like 10 years before, and we had like, I'd received the platonic brush off there as well.
From her or the puppet?
From both. They both turned me down. But I was like, it was weird because I was like brushing the puppet as gently as I possibly could, and the puppet seemed to be into that. And yeah, I remember her going full conspiracy and being like, that's what it is. So yeah, now I'm thinking that this latest platonic brush off a few years ago definitely has also gone conspiracy theory. There we go.
How many platonic brush offs have you gotten?
I think it is only those 2. Yeah. I had to brush one person off who was very nice, but on the first date they asked me what my position on anal was, and I was like, this is too strong a conversation for me to engage in.
Over coffee?
It was in a pub, and it was like within the first 15 minutes of meeting, and there was like a group of lads 2 meters away watching the football on the TV, and I was just like, I just don't feel comfortable discussing this sort of thing at this stage. And she was like, oh, okay. It seemed quite shocked by it.
What was the conversation pivot after that?
Did she have a good segue, or was it just out of nowhere? Yeah, that's important.
It was completely out of nowhere, and it did go on for about 2-3 minutes of like me trying to like gently nudge that that's not a thing that I'm comfortable discussing at this moment. And then she was like, there was like something to do with like, she doesn't do it. So if it's a non-negotiable.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if it's a deal breaker. And I was like, I can't imagine who that would be a deal breaker for. And got a bit lost in discussing that. I was like, I don't know if that's a thing that should be a deal breaker. Maybe receiving could be very important to someone. But I think, giving shouldn't be. And then she was like, oh, do you like do you like being pegged? And I was like, I just can't discuss this in this pub.
Who is she dating before this? A dog?
Yeah,
Like,
That is the
I-
worrying thing, right? Yeah,
I
that
was
there's
about
like,
to say, I was like, you were not the most interesting date for this woman. We need to know where she came from.
yeah, the worry is it's come from a bad place. Like that's not, she's learned some behaviors things from some bad people. And then came up against me going, shall I get another couple of Cokes?
In the glass,
shall we
not the
call it
bottle.
now? Yeah.
I do feel it being a woman, like if a man said that to me, I would like be calling the police if I was like sitting at a bar and within 5 minutes he was like so anal, I'd be like sexual predator alarm, sexual menace alarm. Relax, buddy. Oh Lord. But we do hear at the end of the episode, segueing out of that, we hear the chorus of Maria Garcias who have called in to Madame Dora. So it sounds like Madame Dora did get some business from the big billboard and the radio ads.
And there are Madame Dora fortune telling cards. So I don't know. Like, I assume that she named herself after them and it was a fake name. Or like her parents were super into it. Like, there's some, I know you said that she had a name change, but there's something going on there.
Yeah. Probably she just picked that name randomly. Megan and I were going to get our fortunes read. And then we decided maybe it was, maybe we don't want to know. Maybe it might uncover some things that we don't want to hear.
I was having a weird day where I was like, I don't want to know the future. It's not for me.
Yeah, you don't want to play with dark forces.
Now, because she's still in business and her number is the same, I do think maybe we should call her and try to get our fortunes told. I'm having a better day. I do think maybe I'd be okay knowing the very real and definitive future that she would be telling us about.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's also a ton of people on like, I'm sure we can find someone on Fiverr or something too. So let us know in the comments of the app if you think we should get our fortunes told, and we'll record an episode where we get our fortune teller to come on. I also do own tarot cards, so I could just tell our fortunes one day.
That would be the most niche bit of merch to have, right? Where that would, if someone was like, from Nathan for you, you'd be like, right, well, now we are having a chat.
That would be incredible. Oh my God.
So do we make custom fortune telling cards based on characters from Nathan for You?
Yeah. Oh my God. Who would be like Death? I'm trying to think who.
Oh, the Santa Claus who thinks that going to space is like guaranteed death. Remember
Oh my
him?
God. Yes, that's perfect.
Who told the small child that like his parents went to, there's a small child, do you remember the episode, Stuart, where he wanted to be an astronaut but they really wanted him to focus on soccer, so they got a fake Santa Claus to come in and tell him that going to space is horrible and that his parents died in space and he really shouldn't go.
Obviously, that is triggering something in my brain, but I have not watched that episode for 10 years, whatever.
So that would be death, in my opinion.
That's
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he also owned like many firearms.
Yeah, he had a bunch of guns too, because he also was the fake Santa.
Yeah.
James Bailey, that's his name.
That was it. Our captain of death.
I can't remember like anything for work, but I'm like, oh yes, I can remember the man who had a lot of guns on Nathan for You.
Dressed as a fake Santa, spoiling children's dreams. The time, like a time travel or like a future one, would be the age progression specialist.
Oh yeah.
We
should really just
this.
like get into this separately.
Yeah.
Who would Bill Gates be?
Love.
Beautiful.
Pining.
Really beautiful.
Thank you. This is our art.
We sell
the amount of
copy.
people. It's to me. I just wanted a copy.
Yeah.
There's really no one to talk to about this.
I did do tarot cards for my last tour show with the one the one I'm doing in New York on September 16th. The show is about relationships and is about me laying all of my cards on the table for once. And for that, I commissioned a very excellent artist called John Turner, who I've known through the comedy scene, to draw 36 cards that are like related to the show. So there's a routine about Jesus in there. So Jesus is one of the cards. The big 7 emissions that you can do into a toilet are in there.
The big 7.
7?
Yes, 7, obviously. They're the big 7. There's a lot more, obviously.
There's a lot more?
Obviously, the amount of fluids that can come out of the human body is, there's so many that aren't in the big 7.
I didn't think I knew there were 7. Like, if you asked me to guess, I'd be like 3, 4, most.
Yeah, there's a bit in a show that's like tripling, right? Where it's like you piss
you
throw up at
yourself.
the same time. You triple yourself.
Yeah, you tripled yourself.
Okay, so my order, I think a number 3 is very obvious what a number 3 is. It's coming.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Like the tree in my backyard, Meg.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sorry, what?
You have to explain that.
I had a tree in my backyard that we were doing some renovations, and it was like really smelly, and it would like had some discharge that was like seeping through the ground, and it smelled like cum. It was really concerning to me.
And Kelly will not. She won't stop talking about it.
You guys don't understand how smelly this
calling neighborhood
tree.
Watch.
It's bad.
My tree keeps coming. Can someone do something about this?
I just need someone to help with the cum tree.
So we're on 3. What is 4?
Piss, shit, cum, blood, vomit.
Proceed. You said 7.
Blood, tears, sweat.
Oh, okay.
Blood.
They're the big 7, I think. And then you've got bile, pus,
mucus,
all of the various different things that can come out of the body.
Okay, so this was to tell your fortune. What will come out of your body next?
So they weren't technically like useful for tarot, but like you could buy. I think I sold like 50 of them. I think at the Fringe and on tour. So like people have them, and I know people have done tarot readings with them for their friends. And I don't know about tarot at all, but it's like, what is it? It's your future, your present, your past.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was like definitely some friends I went for a drink after, and they were like, let's do it. And they pulled it out, and it was like piss, shit, and cum. Just those 3 that they pulled out.
The holy trinity.
The like past was piss, present is shit, and the future cum. Okay, that order probably tracks. That's probably a decent order.
Yeah.
So I think you're volunteering to tell our futures and to tell our fortunes.
Yes, yeah. But with the Nathan for Us tarot set. So I think you can use characters from Nathan for You, the rehearsal, and from the podcast.
Oh yeah, the podcast does have a lot of characters we could pull in.
Yeah, but like little bits like face brush would be in there as one of the things.
Stuart, would you like to be a character, and which one would you like to be?
Give me some options that you could be as someone who doesn't understand tarot.
I think the problem is none of us do.
There's like swords, cups, hearts, I think. Oh gosh, I don't remember.
Platonic. He can be platonic.
Yeah, I'd be platonic. Yeah.
We can make
the card of friend. The card of friendship.
Yeah, and it's just me looking sad.
No,
I didn't
you looking
mysterious.
Mysterious, off into the distance, daydreaming of blue men who will treat you well.
Except the blue man is Michael Caine, who taught you this. Entire thing. Oh Lord. Okay, so does anyone have any final thoughts on the episode, on these business ideas? How did we feel Nathan did this week?
I don't think any of the first segments guests, or I guess patrons, came in because there were asexuals servicing their computers. I think they arrived to get a computer repair and just like happened to find out that there were asexuals, and of course were enthusiastic and pleased, but I don't think it brought in business. Maybe they needed some more advertisement. I genuinely think the Maria Garcia thing is a great idea, and would be interested to know if other fortune tellers decided to try this.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, and that those little tricks that psychics and things that use. Like, I was thinking that there's a world where people, when you go to airdrop or to connect to like personal hotspots, is an easy way of finding the names of people in the area around you, and that is something that I'm surprised psychics or like magicians haven't used in some way. So like using a very common name is it's a lovely idea.
You could send them stuff to print on their printer. Call this fortune teller. Your life is in danger.
It's perfect. Yeah, you can just airdrop a random flyer to their phone. Oh, this is it.
People who have open airdrop are stronger than me, because I'm too private and scared for that.
But how on earth are you going to promote Nathan for Us on the subway whilst you're reading your book?
It's true. I should start airdropping the podcast to random people on the subway.
It's the least you could do while you're on the subway. But nobody wants to work these days.
Imagine I'm just like airdropping, but it's like just random clips from the episode, like us talking about, the makeup brush.
You guys are so focused on the makeup brush. I'm like, let's talk about the puppet that we're drinking breast milk from.
No, I'm afraid that you were the one that brought up the makeup brush, and every time you tell us to move on, it's almost as if that's paralleling something else that's happening in North American politics right now, where they brought it up and now don't want anyone else to bring it up again.
I think you should respect my boundaries.
You're on the makeup brush list.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
The alarm's going off, Meg.
I'm checking people down the stairs. I don't want to carry anybody. You're on your own.
All right. Well, Stuart, thank you so much for coming on to chat with us. This has been such a fun episode. Tell everybody where to find you, what you've got going on, or just, you can just yap about whatever you want.
Oh, thank you. I would recommend watching a TV show called Nathan For You. It would really help with understanding this show. Do you think many people listen to this first?
At the end.
Yeah.
I know a few people who just listen to our podcast, and I think they're crazy. But we do kind of recap it. But I'm like, you really need to watch the show. That's a terrible decision to make. I'm like, you must go and watch it. We must make no sense. How did you even find us?
Yeah. And for me, I am going to be in the US a lot more, and hopefully Canada, to do shows much more over the next year or so. But if you want to watch my special, it's on YouTube. Stuart Laws, Is That Guy Still Going? I'm very proud of it. And there's all sorts of stuff all over the place. Watch James Acaster's comedy special on HBO, which I directed. It's called Heckler's Welcome. I think it's fantastic, or any of his previous specials as well. And I don't know.
Your podcast.
Oh, my podcast, Weak Minded. Yeah, with Daman. Yeah, Daman Bamra, me and Daman, we chat. The most recent one we talked about a wings union, which is in Minnesota. And I thought it was a drive-through chicken restaurant. But no, it's a drive-through bank called Wings Union with a drive-through. And I couldn't fathom. I was like, what is this culture?
You're like, the bird specialist, needs to let you know what this should be.
Wings Union drive-through, but you can only get money out. Wild.
You're like, I'm only wanting chicken.
I feel it should be both. Like,
Yeah, surely you got to double up. In fact, let's get Nathan in to fix that business.
He could come up with a better name too, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, you can follow us on social media at NathanForUsPod, on Instagram at NathanForUsPodcast, on TikTok send us an email, NathanForUsPodcast@gmail.com. Also,
Okay.
rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts if you like us. If you don't like us, don't rate us at all, please. I swear to God.
I'm doing it right now.
No peer pressure was used in this situation. You're like, I love the episode with me.
Rating added. Thank you.
Oh,
my gosh,
thank you so much.
you.
We appreciate
Wow.
it.
I feel so special.
Is this how you get your reviews in?
Yeah.
Only our guests. Actually, I don't think a guest has ever done this. We've never gotten a live on-air ranking.
I always forget to mention it.
Funnier. It would have been funnier if you didn't give us 5 stars.
I have 3. 3. I've enjoyed some of it. Some of it I find they talk about trees coming too much. But otherwise,
don't we all? It's society's fault, not us.
It's one of the top 7 things I can do in the toilet. Like, I just had to mention it.
This has been Kelly and Megan and Stuart on your side.